Hello fellow YouTubers, it's me Tom Versal here and welcome back to the Music Corner. Today we're going to be doing another discography ranking. Sorry for my hair today, I haven't done it and it's ended up being sort of weird looking. It always does that if I don't do it. But yep, Rage Against the Machine. Rage Against the Machine are one of the most unique bands of all time in my opinion. They are basically a mix between rap, funk, rock, metal, and in my opinion post-punk in a way. Not like completely, but you know, they've got a lot of weird sounds going on, stuff that you don't hear anywhere else. And I know their message is very punk. They have a very punk attitude and message, but they have a lot of weird sounds, so I don't class them as post-punk, but they have some sort of elements. They're basically funk metal, but not like heavy metal. Sorry if plasters gross you out. I sliced my finger open and got a plaster on. I know some people probably say, oh, you need stitches for that. I haven't got stitches. Anyway, so they've only released 4 albums, or at least only 4. They've only released 4 albums. Some people only think they've released 3 because the 4th one consists of covers instead of own songs, and I get that because when I rank the specials discography, I don't know if I've uploaded it yet, but I don't include the cover albums because they've released so many. I just include the 5 main albums, but in this case they only have 4 albums. I might as well include the cover album. And it doesn't feel like covers anyway. They make all these songs their own. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's just get into ranking Rage Against the Machine's discography. So, their worst album in my opinion, and I've only listened to this once. I've just got done finishing listening to it. And that's what's inspired me to do this video. Renegades. I always thought it was called Renegades of Rage, which maybe it is, but the side says Renegades. So, whatever. Renegades, Renegades of Rage, Renegades of Funk, whatever it's called. This album cover is iconic, though. Yeah, it's not a great album, to be honest. Although I love Rage Against the Machine, this album's pretty damn boring. Some people think it's better than some of the other albums. I just don't see it. When I listened to it, I thought, oh, most of these songs feel unfinished. And, you know, I'm Housing is a song that sounds great, but it feels unfinished. Like, it feels like there's something missing from that song. Beautiful World is one that I really liked when listening to it just now. I felt like it would be good in a live set list because it's acoustic really, or at least clean, and Zach singing with this really creepy, eerie, mellow voice. Also, another thing about this, Zach's voice sounds deeper, and it's during Rage Against the Machine's period. It isn't like modern day where you expect his voice to be a little bit aged. So maybe that was just stylistic, maybe it's just me. But I swear his voice sounds a little bit deeper on here. This was released in 2000. It was their final album. Every song on here is a cover. I think. That's what I heard, but I could be wrong. But I think every song on here is a cover. And my favourite track on here is probably The Ghost of Tom Joad, which was the single. The album really picks up after that song. Down on the Street's good, Street Fighting Man's good, Maggie's Farm is good. In My Eyes was actually really weird, because again it sounds unfinished, but it was decent. Yeah, so it's an okay album, it just feels unfinished, and yeah, I'm not too into it. That Renegades. I only have vinyl from now on, so sorry about that. Next up, I am going to say this one's very hard for me to choose between 3rd and 2nd place. It's basically a tie, but I am going to say for my 2nd place, 3rd place, The Battle of Los Angeles, their third album, or their final album of all original songs. This album is crucially underrated in my opinion. The whole band is. I know they're quite famous for 2 songs, but this album's underrated. It was the second Rage Against the Machine album I heard, and you've heard songs off here: Testify, Guerrilla Radio, Sleep Now in the Fire. They're all great songs, but I really like songs on here. I remember liking Maria and War Within a Breath. They were quite good ones. The rest I've sort of forgot, which is another reason I'm leaving it this low, because they would have stuck with me having listened to this one quite a few times. I need to re-listen to it. Ideally, I would re-listen to these then do the video, but I just haven't got the time. So, yeah, this is just a great album. There's not really any bad songs on here to my recollection. I remember every song on here being great. All the lyrics on here by Zach are just smart and witty and angry. He's still angry on here. I felt like a bit of the anger on here was faked. It wasn't faked, but, you know, they're not his lyrics, so they felt forced. Here you could tell it's genuine anger and aggression, and honestly, if you're going to listen to any Rage album, I would say listen to them on vinyl. Maybe that's the reason I didn't enjoy this one much either. But, yeah. The Battle of Los Angeles, up at number 3. Okay. Number 2. This one again is a really hard one for me, but I'm going to have to say Evil Empire, their second album. So, you know, number 1's going to be the only other album left. So I think Rage's albums got worse and worse, but the only bad one is Renegades to me. The rest are brilliant. This is very close tied to this. I would say they're basically tied, but I would say I like this one a little bit more. I feel like it's got a lot more anger to it, a lot more aggression. Tom Morello's guitar work on here is just crazy good. I really like the outro song too, Year of the Boomerang. And you've all heard Bulls on Parade. It's such a classic single, it's amazing. Really fun on Guitar Hero Live as well, but you can't play it anymore. This came out in 1996, and honestly, hearing this back then, I know it was their second album. I wasn't born back then, obviously, but I can imagine if you listened to this back then, it would be mental. There must have been riots happening because of albums like this, very left wing. That boy there, it's a bit of an American me, like, honestly. Do I pull it off? I don't know. But, yeah, he's meant to look like he's happy, and then if you stare at him more, he looks sad. It is a cool trick, to be honest. I don't really care for this album cover too much. This one's pretty cool. Renegades is a cool one. This one, it's cool, but it looks very cartoony, and I guess it was sort of mocking propaganda in a way with the cartoony style. But yeah. Brilliant album. Just like Battle of Los Angeles, though, I've forgotten a lot of the tracks. Down Rodeo was a really good one to what I remember. And Snake Charmer. I love this album. I love all the songs on them 2 albums. But my number 1 by far has to go to their debut self-titled album, Rage Against the Machine. This is just a fucking masterpiece, honestly. One of the best albums of all time, in my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree. A lot of people would say Evil Empire or Battle of Los Angeles is number 1. But I just fucking think this is number 1 by... Oh, that shouldn't be in there like that. This album's number 1 by far to me. Because... I'll go into why. Just a second, I can't get this in. Because there's that weird slip thing where you can download it for free. Hopefully you don't see the code, because I haven't used it yet. Yeah. All the songs on here are brilliant. Bomb Track is a killer intro, goes into Killing in the Name, sorry. You've all heard that song, it's very famous. Take the Power Back, really, really good song, really fast, really aggressive. Settle for Nothing is one of my favourite Rage Against the Machine songs ever. It's really eerie, really slow, and Zach's doing like a creepy, powerful lyrics, but he's singing really creepily, and then he starts screaming, "Am I riding on the wall?" And it's just crazy. His vocals on this album, fucking furious. This is the angriest Rage album in my opinion, and the side one closes with Bullet in the Head. Oh my god, the live performances of Bullet in the Head, beautiful, honestly. Side 2 starts, Know Your Enemy, fucking punches you in the balls right away. Wake Up is really angry. Nothing much to say for Wake Up. Fistful of Steel, that is another good one. I really like that one live as well. The bass lines are just brilliant. Township Rebellion is very underrated. A lot of people hate it, but I love it. It's like got this cool fuzzy bass in the background and then Tom Morello's drumming at the top. You get a really creepy sound from that one, and the lyrics on it are insanely good. And Freedom closes the album. You just Freedom, how it ends. The ending to Freedom is the best way. It's like freedom, yeah. It's just crazy how he screams on this album. Very loud, very powerful, and you listen to a lot of metal acts, Slipknot for instance, any death metal or Norwegian heavy metal, they're just screaming because it suits the song. This is sort of funky, psychedelic metal, but he's not shouting because he wants the shouts to fit the song. He's shouting because he's angry. He's shouting because he's pissed off with the government and society, and fucking hell is it powerful. Just Freedom, Township Rebellion, Settle for Nothing. Oh my god, this is an amazing album. One of the best albums of all time in my eyes. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Let's just go over the ranking a little, just quick recap. Renegades, The Battle of Los Angeles, Evil Empire, and number 1, Rage Against the Machine, the self-titled debut. Thank you for watching this video. Leave your list in the comments below how you would rank the Rage Against the Machine discography. I know they're back now. I hope they do another album. Seriously, although these 4 albums are all iconic, even though I'm not too much of a fan of this, it's fucking iconic. I want to see more Rage, want to hear more Rage. There needs to be Rage again. Yeah. Leave your list in the comments below, or a link to a video of you doing the list. I would love to hear it. I'm always interested in this sort of thing. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed, and stay epic.